Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit about my training philosophy. um, my workout program basically is determined on how I'm feeling. I work out at home. I have a home gym, and I basically work out every day for 2 to 3 hours. I don't take days off. I don't rest in a, a more conventional manner. My rest is either working out lighter to get blood flow and recovery, and speed up my recovery, or working a different body part. I don't schedule any rest days. If I do have a rest day, it's because something in life came up and I couldn't train. I also do that for practices. I don't take days off for practice. I don't show up to practice 100%. Um, I believe showing up to practice tore up is much more beneficial. You can look at what you've worked out during the week and see how that translates to the table. If there's certain areas where you're weaker on, then you know that workout you did is working those areas that are very important in your table work. Also goes the other way. If you go to practice a little bit tore up, and then you get into some tough battles and with people, and then you go work out the next day, and there's certain areas where you're super sore, then you know that particular exercise you're doing is making is helping you. One thing I did this last week was that arm PR contest. I I don't like to do PRs, high rep maxes, because it takes a lot out of you. It makes it harder to recover, um, and I don't think they're as beneficial. Um, and and in doing that, it really makes it hard. It really made it hard for me on the table this last week. So so with that being said, you know, this video with me and Sarah Bachman. Um, it's at like 1.5 million views now, which is pretty cool. But um, you know, it's a practice match. It did both of us a lot of good in practice. When I'm at practice, I try to work different areas. I try to put myself in a certain position where I have to work out of it. She's very strong. Um, you give her anything, and then you're gonna have a tough time. Um, so, you know, if you're training, you don't go to practice to win. You go to practice to get in certain positions and see if you can work out of it. You don't go to practice and just stonewall people all day. You're not going to get anything from it. So you need to check your egos when you're practicing. Show up to practice completely tore up, so that what's working for you in the gym. If you're one of those guys that just shows up to practice every week and you don't do any training during the week, then do whatever you want, because you're not serious about the sport. Um, but if you're serious about the sport, practice is about developing technique. If you're developing technique, it's more important to go there with your strength somewhat diminished, so that your technique is working. So anyway, I'm going to follow this up with the video of Sarah and I. I love meeting her. She is such a fierce competitor. And I'm going to say, even when I met her, she was sizing me up and shaking my hand and feeling my arms to see where my strengths were. Very, very cool person. And I would love it if I could train with her more often. So anyway, glad you guys have enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun. I wasn't planning on even going there, to be honest. I worked right before that, and you know, I I I love going. So anyway, keep up with the workouts, guys. Don't stop and rest. You know, you're gonna find rest days. Rest days are gonna come, and you're not gonna have any control over it. But you can always work out. And I suggest you work out as hard as you can every day, and your body will recover at the rate it's going to. And then before an event, you take plenty of time off so that you are fully recovered for an event, because that's the matches that matters, guys. Practice doesn't matter. All right, later, guys.
Yeah, he can't really do his weights and stuff yet because of his neck still, but he's strong. He's not as strong, I'm sure, as he was, but
he got cervical spine impingement.
I'm not sure exactly. Call Andrew and tell him what's wrong with you, Michael.
Eric and Jason run on deck.
I'm impressed you put the strap on one hand. You do it there. Get that mitten in.
Man, you climbed.
Oh, come on, Sarah. Come on.
I'm just making her elbow foul. That's all I can do.
Yeah! I want to see some leverage. You're next, George.
Who's gonna quit?
Got it, girl! Come on! Got it, girl! Go! Go! Go!
He's trying to screw you. That's only number one at China. You got it. He's fucking over.
All right, Jason with the win. Good job.
She knows all the cheats. You see that?
Angel with the win.
He can't really do this.
I think she attracts a
Angel with the
little
win
bit of
from North
attention.
Texas.
I'm not sure exactly.
Willie S. and Kevin. Eric and Jason run on deck.
We don't need that, guys. We're good.
Oh, come on, Sarah. Come on. Don't make drink too much. There you go. Come on, get some. Get some.
I'm just making her elbow foul. That's all I can do.
Yeah. I want to see some leverage. You're next, George.
It's all about pull-ups. Who's gonna quit?
You got it, girl! Come on! You got it, girl! Go! Go! Go!